Bro, we can. Should we go try at the brews upstairs?
Maybe they do have like a thingy.
Okay, check your phone.
Yeah, I'm taking
Oh, guys, I put it in my bag.
Oh my
Really?
god.
Did you double check the
I put it in my bag, though.
And now calling this brew is gonna be a problem.
It's the Zara.
It's the Za.
It's just
Niggas, the key's probably somewhere inside the house, but it's the weed, bro. I did say let's not buy the weed, bro. This is the first time ever buying Zara. And then keys are getting lost. It's the Zara, bro.
It's the
It's probably
Za.
somewhere in the pants, but you can't see it, dog. Oh my god, bro.
Crazy.
It lags when your Wi-Fi is asked because the quality option is only 1%. So, Ikeja and Rain niggas is cooked. Oh, so it's because of Rain Bros and Ikeja. Everyone else is not. Okay, hide it, gents, with the Rain Bros. Bro, what should we...
It's the Za. Skippy. First look. Arbona, Maybach. Yeah, Maybach is going crazy, Joe.
have a deep yo. Ano nye eban. Kimang. Eban. Copy dice ya utlo nya ka faith. Copy dice. Ki ngicho. Kitsa na ka wena le date. Dinsa ngobo.
na jo
ya.
o chume manni
Unyaka.
ko bolo thana fela di tene virus ki tene ka ko bela ke na le date so ntse ke la tangwa ke jorella
We read America. Larvono. Nzinga. Chu. Mfano wako huvizi chu. Mfano wako huvizi chu. Remane bila. Nzinga. Mfano wako huvizi chu.
ezenga December lo ena nya ke morong fethu yo kupela bra alina ke morong ezenga December umuthu
Nzinga. Duality bad.
Yo! So if you have...
Guess who's back, baby? Guess who's back, baby? Guess who's back, baby? Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Yo! Look what Kai just sent me, bro. Look what Kai just sent me. He sent me... Bro, but you know what's even better? I'm with Kai.
What's up, bro? Y'all know Tyson now. Y'all Tyson Meds, guys.
Bro, this is Kai, bro. Show them your...
mad.
Bro, see that dancing? Look.
Okay, since you want to mind my business, let me mind your business. I'm...
Guess who's back, baby? Arva. Flippin' ass.
This is what productivity apps should look like. Listen, thousands of reviews, they don't lie. Motion is the best productivity tool in...
In this video, I'm gonna break down the difference between marketing and branding. I know for a lot of you guys think that marketing and branding is essentially the same thing, but it is not. I'll break down 3 different examples. We all love jewelry, we all love watches, we all love Rolexes, we all love nice shit. So I'm gonna use 3 different jewelers and break down the difference between who does the best marketing, who does the best branding, and who does the best at both. So the way that I've dumbed it down is marketing is essentially what you see. Branding, by definition, this is what branding is. The promotion of a particular product or company by any means of advertising and distinctive design. The way that I've broken it down is what you feel. So starting off with marketing, it's essentially getting as many people as you can to see or hear or know about what you offer. Whenever you do great marketing, it has nothing to do with anything other than how many people are seeing this ad, how many people is it reaching, and how many people is it impacting. For example, when you go down a highway and you see a billboard, that is marketing. When you turn on your TV and you watch a TV ad, that is marketing. When you go on Instagram Reels and you see an Instagram ad, that is marketing. Marketing includes everything from billboards, TV ads, commercials, Instagram ads, SEO ads, street signs, website ads. It is essentially everything that is an advertisement that is in your face that you see with your own eyeballs. That is what is boiled down to marketing. I think there's a lot of ways to market your business. Obviously, the traditional ways of TV and billboards and street signs is a way to do it. But in this video, I'm gonna give you guys tips on how you can do it digitally, because digital marketing is the best because it's free and it has the most bang for your dollars. If you're spending money on an Instagram reel or an Instagram post, chances are you're gonna get more views per dollar than you would if you got a billboard or a TV commercial or any of the older traditional ways of marketing your business. So the best example of marketing, in my opinion, is gonna be tracks. If you watch this reel right here, this reel has over 2.7 million views and 55,000 likes with 44,000 comments. That is incredible in terms of how much width this reel is getting. To get that many views on a TV commercial or on a billboard, you would have to spend thousands and thousands, if not millions of dollars. As you can see with this video, Trax is essentially making like a golden banana. He's asking people to guess the price of the banana. This is incredible because the amount of people that are seeing what he does, obviously he's saying that, you know, he's a jeweler. He can make you a golden banana. He can make you a necklace. He can make you a ring. He can sell you a watch, whatever it is, everything to do with jewelry. He's essentially marketing his business, and he's doing it in a way where he's literally spending almost next to nothing, because whatever he's paying the videographer, whatever it costs him to make the banana, he's gonna essentially boil the banana back down to gold and resell it in products anyways. He's essentially taking next to nothing in cost and getting 2.7 million views. It's just incredible. But here's the thing about great marketing. Sometimes great marketing is not always the best branding. For example, in this video, it got 2.7 million views, which is incredible. But if I'm a high-end consumer of jewelry and I want to be tasteful and I want to have a certain aesthetic, a golden banana isn't necessarily going to make me feel like I want to be purchasing jewelry from this guy. So sometimes you can have great marketing and have terrible branding. To be honest, here at Superline, we are guilty of that. A lot of our posts, a lot of our reels, a lot of our stuff gets crazy amount of views, but it's not necessarily the most tasteful thing, and it's not necessarily the best at branding. So that is something to keep in mind, is that you can have incredible marketing, but that doesn't mean that your branding will translate in the same way. How do you market your business? These are tips that have worked for us, and I can only speak on our personal experiences of what we've done here at Superline. So the number one thing I would say is focus on digital marketing. Like I said previously, you can do TV ads, you can do billboards, you can do street signs, you can do newspaper ads, but the old traditional ways of marketing are very, very expensive. If you were to get a TV ad, you would have to spend so much fucking money on producing it, and then so much fucking money on putting a slot into this TV. You would have to buy that slot, right? That's a lot of money. Even for billboards, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of upfront capital that you have to have. When we started this business, we didn't have that kind of money. So what do? We leveraged digital media. Social media is essentially a way for you to get amazing reach and amazing engagement for next to nothing. As long as your videos are creative, they're original, and they're engaging, you're gonna get views. And I know, like, back in the day, people talk about like Facebook ads and Instagram ads, right? That era of ads is over. So you can no longer growth hack your page or growth hack your business by spending money on ads. You can try it, but from my experience, that era died 5-10 years ago. 5-10 years ago, you could spend $1,000 on Facebook ads, and because it was so underpriced and nobody knew about it, you were gonna get, you know, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in sales. Now it is not like that. The algorithm now is more catered to really good content. Even back then, you could have a following of 1 million followers, right? And it would show that content to 1 million people. Now that is not how the algorithm works. You can literally have 5 to 10 followers, and if the reel is engaging and it's good, it will show to 1 million people. In this day and age, if you're looking to market your business online, it's actually more advantageous for you if you have less followers, less money, less clout. Why? Because a lot of these bigger pages are getting throttled down, and these smaller pages are having more ability to get organic reach. The next advice I would give you guys is focus on building a community online versus selling a product. If you're making 10 reels and the 10 reels are, yo, here's a t-shirt that you can buy, I clean cars, or hey, I can mow your grass, all of these things that you're doing, if you're just selling every single day, nobody is going to want to consume that content, nor are they really wanting to buy into that, right? Because every single day people are being sold to. Whether you're in your car listening to a radio ad, you're on TV watching commercials, you're on your phone scrolling and everyone's promoting some sort of Instagram ad, right? Every single day, 24/7, we live in an era of people being marketed to and sold to. So the last thing you want to do is create content that is salesy. What you want to do instead is create something that's more community building. So let me give you a real life example. When I started here at Superline, we sell blanks to clothing brand owners. Instead of me telling people, hey, look at all these amazing blanks that we have, what I did is I created digital mock-ups of these blanks and told clothing brand owners, look, you don't have to buy my blanks. If you're looking to have digital mock-ups that you can utilize for your clothing brand, you could download it for free. That was one of the most viral hacks that I had. Essentially, instead of selling people the blanks, I created a tool for that community of people that wanted to create clothing brands. And guess what happened? They would download the markups, they would cook them up, they would put their logos, their designs over it. And when they got an order, they would come and buy the blanks from me. So whenever you're creating content, try to think about it from the lens of who am I trying to reach and how can I create a community around this content versus selling to that community. The more community you build, the more of the sales will naturally start to come in, and it'll come in organically. This is another model that works for us, is which I call the blog style model. So if you go to a lot of these other Instagram pages, they are only promoting what they do or what products they sell. Our page, if you go on our page, we essentially think about it as the new version of a magazine. If you go on Shop Superline, which is our dedicated page for our blanks and our blanks business, if we have 10 posts, maybe 7 of them are not even related to our products and what we do. And the 3 of them are essentially ad-y type, salesy type ads. So if you're looking to build a community, if you're looking to get more organic engagement, try to think about creating your business page as a blog versus a business page. So another example could be if you're a watch dealer, instead of posting every single watch you have in stock and every single watch that you're trying to sell, maybe you can make content about what are the best watches to buy when you're starting out. What is the best watches to buy when you have fuck you money, right? So try to make it more engaging for the community in terms of a blog versus salesy and trying to shove products down their throat. The perfect example is this video right here. So this is a video of this designer, Jorky P. He is now up and coming. Supposedly he was like the part owner of Hellstar. He's been around Young Thug and Little Baby, and there's this mysterious nature to this guy. People want to know who he is. I essentially went and found him, hunted him down, and got this interview and posted it on our business page. There is nothing about our products or our services in this interview at all. I don't mention the fact that we sell blanks. He doesn't use our blanks. I don't tell anyone about what we do in this video at all. However, this video has 140,000 views, 3,000 likes, and a lot of comments. Everyone that is curious about who this guy is also innately will be interested in our products because it's the same demographic and the same community of people. So this is a real life example of build a community, use a blog style format versus being salesy and pushing product down people's throat. Now,
Hi, I'm Kyle, and despite my tattoos, I'm a non-threatening spokesperson, here to talk to you about GMass, an email tool so good, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. No one dreams of managing multiple email tools. That's why GMass simplifies it all. Forget juggling apps for sales outreach, mail merge, tracking, and email marketing. GMass lives inside of Gmail, bringing the power of email campaigns right to where you know, actually send emails. Unlimited sending to unlimited contacts. A genius spam solver to help you hit the inbox every time. Mail merge magic to personalize your campaigns with text, links, images, and attachments. Automated follow-ups,
My older brother.
smarter
I remember
scheduling, and so much.
What is branding? To be honest and transparent, I am not the best at branding, and here at Shop Superline, we are neither the best at branding. We're trying our best to learn this, but this is all stuff that I've learned from people that are doing way bigger numbers and that are kind of mentoring me and teaching me. So like I said earlier, branding is essentially what you feel. It might not necessarily get the most width, but it's more about depth. When you're watching the Tracks NYC video, it's getting a lot of width. Everyone from fat people, skinny people, rich people, poor people, black people, white people, every person is interested in that video. It has a lot of width. Every person has watched that video. However, the people that are interested in high-end jewelry are probably not gonna buy jewelry from Tracks because it seems watered down. A golden banana, right, is kind of like a gimmick versus something that Tiffany & Co. would sell, which is more of depth. It makes you feel something. When you go inside of Tiffany & Co., it makes you feel like you're upper echelon. It makes you feel like you're rich. It makes you feel like you're part of this elite class, right? So branding is more so about what you feel. The best way I could describe it is, let's say you see an image of 10 photos. A really good brand, you should recognize what brand that is, even if there's no logos in those photos. You should know exactly what the aesthetic and the design language is, and it's because it gives you a feeling, not necessarily what you see. So what is a good example of branding? So going back to our jewelry references, Greg Yuna is somebody that I picked up. Obviously this video right here doesn't have the most width. It only has 65,000 views with 1,000 likes and not that many comments. However, when you watch this video, it makes you feel like his jewelry is more luxury. It makes you feel like he's putting more time, more design into what he's building. And he's probably charging more than whatever Tracks is charging because of this imagery. So whenever you go into branding, it's not always about how many people are watching your content. It's about the people that are watching it. What are they feeling and what are they taking away from that content? On the flip side, so I said in the last part, I said that Tracks is good marketing, maybe necessarily might not be the best branding. It works the same way, I think, in my opinion. Good branding isn't always the best marketing. Like, perfect example, this Greg Yuna video. The video itself is very aesthetic. It's amazing. Garner 2-3 million views like the Tracks video will. The Tracks video has so many different gimmicky, sort of clickbaity, engaging components to it, whereas this Greg Yuna video does not. So whenever you focus on branding, don't worry so much about how many views it's getting. Try to focus more so on the views that you are getting. What is the depth and what are people feeling from that video? How to brand your business. So this portion, I am fucking not qualified to talk about this. Again, this is something that we're going through internally with our company and with our team, is how do we brand our products to give it a better perception? Obviously, there are videos of me online crashing out, looking crazy, that have 3-4 million views talking about our products. So I don't necessarily know that we can undo that, because even though we've got an amazing marketing on our products, I don't necessarily think that it's given us the best perception. If you're somebody that is into Pally shirts that are $400 or $500, or you're into ERD shirts that are $900, when you come and look at our products that we sell for $30, $50, it necessarily might not feel the same. Even if the quality, the garment, the fabric is all the same shit, it's not gonna give you that same feeling because you see me on camera making these gimmicky sort of videos. I'm not the most qualified to talk about it, but here are the things that we're going to do internally to hopefully fix a little bit of our branding.
Hi, I'm here to show you just how Rocket Media will make
I was like
people fall
15.
in love with your brand.
Who broke
in
you?
30 days with 1 month.
My older brother. I remember when I was like 15, he went.
He's not Messi.
Look,
He's not Messi. He's good. Yeah.
Snake. Yeah. Snake. Snake.
Huh? Oh, good lam phone eh. Shout out to my big sis. Like, hey, Pepela. Pepela, I hope you see this video. Like, ish, lenago do medise if ever way one. Din sang. Okay, yeah. Nah.
Wabo? Ka mokgwa no ke ka mokgwa re a snacker.
Chu.
Re a snack. A ke kom tswa hey. Ke tsore le acha ya ka ya mata. Yeah. Wa bontsha acha. Eba? Tsore le acha. Ya garlic. Re a snacker ka mokgwa no. Snack.
Best friends? 4
months worth of premium.
So with us here at Soft Trooper Line, we sell blanks. So it's really hard for us to give an imagery of blank garments. How do I take photos of 10 different products and make you know that it's our product? It's really impossible. So what we're doing is we're gonna roll out a creator and a brand-led campaign. So we're gonna try to leverage out other creators and other brands to tell their stories about how they're using our blanks. So we have one that we're working with, the 74 Boys, Sleazy, Nickel, Kareem. I think genuinely they're one of the coolest people in the space right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna send them on a trip and see if they can mix in our blank garments within their wardrobes with the Balenci, with the Chrome Hearts, so that way it gives the perception that our blanks are a lot higher quality, and it's gonna change the way people feel about our products. Another idea that we have is we just recently dropped an athletic collection. So we have running shorts, we have sports bras, biker shorts, and we want to team up with the Run Club so that way they can print their logo on this merch and they can show people what is possible with using our blanks as essentially a silhouette. So we're trying to leverage out other creators and other brands to kind of tell the story of our blanks. Again, I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I'm not the best at branding, but hopefully this video kind of explains the difference between marketing and branding. And lastly, here's an example of a company that does both really, really well. Icebox. So Icebox is getting both the width and the depth. If you see this video, it has 2 million views. That is a lot of views. But the owner of Icebox is not on camera waving around a golden banana. It is little baby shopping at their store, and there's still a little bit of a mysteriousness to it because they're not publicly saying it's little baby. They're making you guess who it is. So if you look at Icebox's Instagram, they do a really good job of curating that branding, making it feel like their products are still really high end, making it feel like their products are really top of the notch while still garnering attention and garnering width. Icebox is somebody to study, and that's something that we're looking at and we're trying to emulate and we're trying to grow and be better at as well. So if you like,
I can study. Let's see. VTOTS, JXB. Let's see.
This is how you.
You said don't make marriage an idol. How does someone not make it an idol? Or how do they distinguish whether or not they are making an idol? I desire marriage. I'm about to hit 40 years old. I've been desiring marriage.
That's how you know right there. You're fighting against the clock. When it starts to become emotionally distressing or it feels like it's becoming a pressure, that's a key indication that has become an idol.
But think about it. You go to your gynecologist, you want to have kids. They want to have kids the right way in covenant. The gynecologist is saying, hey, listen, you're 35 years old. You're about to have a geriatric childbirth. So do you really want to have kids? Go find somebody, get these kids together, and you're doing everything right.
You can be doing everything right. What if God didn't even call you to have kids? That's your desire.
But then they have to grieve the thought of not having that once that, and the only way they're going to know that most of the time is after that time has transpired.
I'd rather you grieve the thought than doing something by your own will and having to live the consequences of not obeying God. I would much rather you go through that process of grieving the thought of it. I know it's uncomfortable because society tells us as women we're supposed to have kids, we're supposed to marry and things like that. But you keep taking that to God. Pray, fast, consecrate, meditate on the word. Allow God to give you that answer. If he chooses to reveal it to you, you're going to have to obey and accept it, because we don't know what's going to happen a minute from now, 2 months from now, but God knows what our life is going to be, and he knows what he's protecting us from.
Our food to meat. Our food to meat. Our food to meat.
This time you're gonna. Are we vlogging?
We are.
Welcome to my kitchen.
Shout out.
Even if you're
CD Lorigo.
out running errands, you still
love God more than you love me, because I can't be your peace. I can only be a reflection of it. I can't make you heal. I can only hold space while you do. I can't fill a void, calm the storms, or carry the weight of your past.
Shout out, Joe. Shout out Free Game. Shout out my dad. Shout out Baby La and the Rains. Joe, did you see? Look on no man. I hope so. Yeah, re fella mo ke no go rise no go dilo no go Knox man no go nyoko no go tap in, guys. On the road to 20 subscribers. On the road to 20 subscribers, bro. Shout out, we're growing. The channel is growing. Mamili pap, begin to. Ha. Let me see. Yeah, we're growing. Regardless, the grind is still on. The grind is still on.